guys, I'm Charlie.
And I'm Ben.
And today we're going to be playing a 1200 point Crusade game for our Crusade of Carnac. So my forces were beaten back by the Necron forces my last game, and I believe you won your last game.
I did win my last game, yeah.
So the Imperial force are being pushed back to the Hive City, and we're going to be playing on the outskirts of the city, the outliers of the community, as I try to defend against this horde of crazy Necrons.
Yeah.
We're going to be playing unstable archaeotech. So there's two objectives, and we need to move them across the board into each other's deployment zones. And at the end of the game, they'll explode there and hopefully get us points. I know, crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm going to be running 3 agendas because I've used my Crusade ability to have a sort of bonus. So I'm doing propaganda targets, inspired command, and Kingslayer. 2 of them are from the Codex for Astra Militarum, and one of them is the generic one. So I have to kill his characters. I have to kill 3 targets he points out, and every time an ordered unit kills a unit, I also gain XP. What about your agendas?
I've got 2 agendas today, one of which is Immortal Servitude, which will be for my Awakening allocation points. I've forgotten the name. I'm just making that up as I go along.
Yeah.
It is definitely something, yes. Which means that for every 12 wounds I reanimate or more, I am allowed to allocate 1 Awakening point to my Awakening systems. And if I gain 12, another 12, and then another one after that. For each 12, I get 1 XP to my Warlord to maximum of 3. And then my second agenda is Territorial Imperative, which is every enemy unit that is destroyed within range of an objective marker. The friendly unit that destroyed that enemy unit gains 1 XP, and if it's an infantry unit, they can choose to conquer an objective, which means that they forego their shooting. It's an action, they gain 2 XP, and that objective can no longer be conquered for the rest of the game.
Sounds more complicated than mine.
Yeah.
The checks in my army are going to be an extra 200 points, so going up to 1200, and I'm going to have a proxied rock grinder in there as a Taurox, an extra scout sentinel, and some rattlings. What about you?
I've also spent an RP to go up 200 points to put in a second Doomsday Arc, because it makes sense thematically. Really yeah, they're really good. It makes sense thematically for the fact that I'm still going with Star Shatter, and I have some new battle honours. The Tesseract Arc gained a battle honour, which means all of its ranged weapons have ignores cover. And the Lich Guard gained 2 battle honours, where they reroll 1's tip if they're within 6 inches of a character, they're being led by a character. And to each roll of reanimation, they get +1. It doesn't mean it can go to D3 +1, it just means the actual roll itself gets +1, so it's always to a maximum of 3 anyway.
Wow, sounds great, to be fair.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll start deployment.
Okay.
So my deployment is this corner here. I've got my Rogel Dawn tank commander at the back with my Lehman Russ Vanquisher, 2 Scout Sentinels with missile rocket pods, my Taurox proxy, which has Catachan inside so it can scout, a 10-man unit of Krieg, a Chimera with a Catachan command squad so it can give out orders and scout, another 10-man unit of Krieg, a 2-man Scout Sentinel squad with las cannons, a 1-man Scout Sentinel squad with a flamer, and a 5-man unit of rattlings. So at the moment I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units which can scout. So I'm hoping to get a bit of early board presence, but then back away as he charges at me with melee.
Very nice.
What about you, Ben?
I infiltrated to begin with, some 10 flayed ones. They're in this building. They've finished killing civilians. They're on the way to get Charlie.
Cool.
I've got 10 Lich Guard with the Overlord Void Scythe and Resurrection Orpir at the front. They're melee units, they need to get up, they need to do things. The Tesseract Arc is here. There's 1 Doomstark here back in cover, another Doomstark here. 10 Immortals with a Chronomancer and a Translocation Overlord. And that's actually me.
So in this mission, we've actually not got our little objective markers, but we've got some little scarabs. So Ben's trying to get his scarabs down here to explode, and I'm trying to get my reprogrammed scarabs back into his army, I guess, so they can explode or upload some kind of virus just to slow down the Necrons enough that I can get a breather.
Mm-hmm.
Should we roll for first turn?
Yes.
So I'm going to roll my 1 dice here.
That's
that's
a
a 5.
and I roll a 1.
So
Charlie gets first turn.
yeah, lots of scouting. My turn 1, I did have some scouts to do, but mainly I moved my tanks over here to hide them a little bit. I centralised a lot of my forces in the corner here and did the action to get ready to move out my next turn. Sentinels moved around here to here, put some shots into that unit of somethings.
Lich Guard.
Lich Guard, didn't really do anything. The Ratlians also put some shots into them and did actually do 2 wounds to their character. And then I had some more Sentinels here. One's hid and the other one took some shots at this guy over here. And Hunter Killer actually did go through and did 5 damage. So not great, but not terrible. And that's it for my turn really, just a lot of preparing for next turn.
Now it's my turn. My turn 1. My turn 1 went pretty well to begin with. I moved these Lich Guard up 5 inches. I probably should have advanced with them, but I was focusing on the Sentinels that were in the middle. I figured I might be able to charge them, but then Charlie reactively moved 6 inches away.
Yes, 1 CP is a nice strat.
Yes, so I lined them up here. The flayed ones are performing an action to next turn. That objective marker will move 5 inches, is it?
6 inches.
6 inches, yeah. Yes. But beyond that, he moved out to the side to get some line of sight on the Sentinels that were there. He stayed still so that he could fire into the Sentinels that were over there. And he also moved out to the side so he could also see the Sentinels that were in the middle.
Were being the correct term,
yes.
As they're now all gone.
Yeah. The Immortals pushed forward with the Translocation Overlord's special ability where they can move through terrain models if they're out there with the 6-inch auto advance. So they are now here. And then how the turn transpired was 1 Doomsday Arc here, shot into the Scout Sentinels, destroyed 1.5.
Yep.
And then the Immortals finished that unit off and then reactively moved 5 inches forward with the Chronomancer's ability. And then over here, Doomsday Arc shot in, destroyed 1 of the Scout Sentinels, and the Tesseract Arc then finished him off afterwards. So that's 2 units destroyed already for me in turn 1. Pretty rough beginning for you.
Yeah, 220 points gone because I was too scouty with them, pushed forward too much. But you live and learn. And unfortunately, one of the units got battle scarred when it already has a battle scar.
Yes.
So far, 2 games, 2 battle scars.
Very rough.
Very, very unlucky unit. But, let's hopefully my turn goes a bit better. And yeah, let's go.
Charlie's turn 2.
Okay, so not a great turn, but it was okay. I moved the Rogal Dawn Commander over here to try to get some shots into the Tesseract Vault. Arc. Managed to do 6 damage on him, but it wasn't enough, so he's still alive. Haven't really done anything with the Eradicator yet because he doesn't have a good target. I advanced the Taurox up here. I should have jumped the Catachan out, but I didn't, just because either way they're going to get wiped by that unit. Repositioned the Taurox and the Death Core of Kriegs here. They did another action on this guy on the objective, so that's
a Chimera.
That is a Chimera. What did I say?
You said Taurox.
Oh, so with the Chimera here, I just repositioned it, and the Krieg here. Just another action objective, so that will move another 6 inches in my turn. So these Ratlians here popped out, took some shots at the Immortal unit with the 2 characters in there. Didn't do anything. Then the unit of Krieg also shot into it, done quite well. Then the Sentinel shot into it, also did quite well, and then I believe you popped an Orb of Resurrection.
Yes, I did. Only 2 wounds back, but it counts towards the total for the Awakening protocols.
I then tried to do 2 charges, one with the Krieg into the Immortals, and then one with the Sentinel. The Sentinel was successful, so I tank shocked and actually did, I think, 5 mortals.
It was
possible
5, yeah.
7, well, possible 6, but I only had 7 dice. So wiped the Immortals, did some damage to the Cryptek, and then took 1 more wound off in melee, which wasn't enough to kill it, unfortunately. And that's it. The Immortals are gone, so a lot of my infantry's safe, but he's also got 3 very big, hard to kill vehicles and a melee unit. 2 melee units left, which I'm not very good at.
We'll have to see.
That's it. On to Ben's turn 2. So that was Ben's turn 2. How did it go, Ben?
It went okay. Not as good as turn 1, but still strong. Over here, I focused in the 2 Doomsday Arcs into your Taurox Prime.
Yeah.
Or just a Taurox, I don't know particularly.
Just a normal Taurox, and he's gone. So
he's gone.
Bye, driver.
Well, he is dead.
He is dead.
He is dead. You rolled a 1,
Yeah.
and so you disembark 3 inches away. I
Yep.
tried to get the charge. It was a 6-inch charge, but you spent a CP.
Yeah, I used Tanglefoot grenades. So any infantry unit which has grenades basically become -2 to charge. So yeah, really kept them safe because you CP re-rolled.
Yes,
got a 7.
Yeah, got a 7. Unfortunately, the flayed ones moved up. They performed an action again to move the objective closer to your home field.
Yes.
Tesseract Arc. Nothing into the Rogel Dawn. I forgot to move him up to get the other guns in range, and it's a D6 gun, and it's only strength 9, so didn't do much there. Yeah, and then over here, charged in with the Overlords. He rolled 2 1s to hit when he's hitting on 2s, annoyingly, so that Sentinel is still alive.
Yes.
But that is...
He's clapped back a little bit,
yeah,
but
took
he's
a wound off the
probably going to die. We should mention that you shot a big gun into the Taurox, and you did roll... You were supposed to wound on 2s, you did roll 2 1s.
Yeah, and I had only gotten 2 hits through because I thought, I didn't need to CP reroll the 5 shots through when I missed 2 of those 5 shots.
So normally that's a very easy kill, but you unfortunately struggled there.
But he's dead now.
He's dead now.
He is dead now. Yeah. But that is the end of my turn 2. Well, hopefully it'll be you soon.
Yeah, my
your
turn
3, of course.
Okay, so the Rogel Dawn stayed still, shot the same unit, did nothing this turn. Oh, sorry, actually, it put some melters into this unit after I'd already shot it and killed 2 guys, which was pretty
Fully
cool.
wiping the unit.
Fully wiping the unit out and getting a kill.
Didn't let me get the Resorb off.
Perfect. And didn't do anything against this guy with its big gun, which was a letdown. I put my Catachan Flamers into there. They actually did nothing. But the Chimera with the Catachan Command Squad with 3 heavy flamers, a normal flamer, a heavy stubber, and some lasgun array shots did do quite well into them. And then the Eradicator also put its 9 heavy bolt shots and its Eradicator cannon into it and just took up the unit,
just
really.
Decimated them, yeah.
10 guys gone. So we used the Hunter Killer over here into one of the arcs, doing 6 damage, and another Hunter Killer in the other one doing 1 damage. So kind of wasted in the end, but I got to try to do something with them before we get blown up. But really good shooting from the heavy bolters into that unit, so wiped it. These guys have just done the same thing, actioned on there, moved it forward, haven't done anything else. Over here, I've fallen back with my Scout Sentinel, and then with the combined power of the Rattling shooting into the Cryptek.
Chronomancer. Oh, he's a Cryptek.
Killed the Chronomancer, who's also a Cryptek.
Yep.
And then put some shots into this guy. Did get off a multi-mel, but was saved with a reroll.
Yep.
And then did nothing else with the 3 other plasma shots and lasgan shots.
To be fair, that did let you do your agenda, killing that character.
Yeah, so I did kill a character, and they're going to get 3 XP for that, which is great. But that's it, really. I'm wearing down his infantry, and he's wearing down my vehicles, so it's going to be a tricky one to see sort of what happens in the next couple of turns. But yeah, now it's your turn 3.
Turn 3, yes. So Necron's turn 3.
Interesting turn.
Yeah. So to begin with, started moving the flayed ones up and then committing to the action. So that'll be punched up another 6 inches next turn.
Yeah, he stayed outside of the 12, so I couldn't.
You couldn't overwatch the
massive overwatch into him.
You tried the overwatch on the Overlord as he moved forward to try and bait that, so you wouldn't overwatch the flayed ones, but then you just overwatched them on the charge anyway.
But didn't do anything. 3 heavy flamers and 12 lasgun shots.
Absolutely nothing. You did 1 wound.
Well, 1 wound.
You did 1 wound.
Weak.
Yeah, but shooting wise, the 2 Doomsday Arcs just eviscerated the Leman Russ that was here.
Yep.
The Triarch, no, not the Triarch, the Tesseract Arc shot into here, did 2 wounds.
Yeah, pretty disappointing.
And then when it came to melee, I got the Overlord in, nearly got him, but I got 1 on the roll to hit. So unfortunately with his Void Scythe, he didn't quite kill him.
6 wounds is pretty good though. But
it is, yeah. And then over here in the corner, the Overlord then charged in, He got 2 misses again on the hit roll. And yeah,
I think I had to save on a 6 and I got
2 sixes to save with, and your Sentinel is still alive on 2 wounds. I only needed the 1 to go through.
Absolutely stunning.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, this is now
your turn 4.
Turn 4, yeah. Yes. Let's go. Really weird turn 4, I guess. Rogal Dawn moved over here, ordered itself to shoot better, and shot into the flayed ones. Managed to kill 6.
Yes.
And then you popped your regenerative ability
at the end of the fight phase because they are on the objective.
Perfect. Yes. Only got 1 back, so you're now on 5, which is good for you, not good for me.
It stops me having to take a battle shock test.
Over here, I had a Chimera in combat. I fell back with the Catachans to try to put the entire Chimera into him. So it's 3 heavy flamers, a normal flamer, 12 lasgun shots, 6 heavy stubber shots, and I took 1 wound off.
Yes.
And then you then killed me in melee.
Yes.
And my command squad jumped out here.
Yep.
These guys moved up, and I've realised that I've not actually scored enough points, and the way we've laid the terrain out, I don't think we can get in each other's deployment zones. So I realise I'm behind on points, and I've just going to basically try to castle here with my infantry to score points and hopefully take your flayed ones away. Over here, the combined shooting from the Rattlings and the Krieg squad killed your Overlord.
Yep.
But they are now stuck over here with not much to do, really.
Yeah.
So they need to really move as much as possible over there, but they're probably out of the game. And I've now got a Rogal Dawn with 3 lines of sight from your vehicles on it.
Yes.
Scary turn 4 for me.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what my turn 4 is like.
Yeah, let's go.
Here then. So my turn 4 went pretty well, shooting to begin with. The 2 Doomsday Arcs focused in on the Rogal Dawn over here, left it on 6 wounds.
Yeah, I had to use smoke and I don't think it helped at all.
No, not at all.
So it's a complete waste of CP. But
yeah.
He's still alive, but now bracketed.
Some Gorse Flayers went into the Catachan over here. I think I killed like 3 maybe, something like that. The Tesseract Arc then focused solely on this unit here, left 4 alive. Didn't roll particularly high on the flamer, but that's fine. He'll have to take a battle shot next time, so hopefully.
Well, I'll be able to use my D3 medic kit to bring back models, so, and that's at the beginning, so I can actually potentially save myself from doing it.
Yeah.
But at the moment, I'm +1 to hit and +1 to wounds, so it's. I really need a bigger unit, but I would love the extra damage I can potentially get there, so it's a shame.
But after that, the flayed ones charged in alongside of the Overlord. The Overlord charged first, so then you weren't able to use your flamers to overwatch the flayed ones. They just wiped it and then consolidated back onto the objective. But the problem now facing me is that, because I didn't kill those guys, you are going to score in turn 5.
I am going to score turn 5, and I'm hopefully going to try to stop you scoring.
Yeah.
And maybe balance it out, but we'll see how that goes out.
We'll have to see in turn 5. Turn 5.
Yeah, oh, great.
Yep.
Cool, so the Rogal Dawn came out here to get some better line of sights on the Lord. The Kriegsmen had just stayed there at the beginning, and then these guys moved outside of the building. The Rattlings here did their movement, shot, and then moved again to get slightly within range of the objective marker, which I think we've moved.
Accidentally, of course.
They managed to put 2 wounds onto the Overlord.
Yes.
Who was then finished off by the melters of the Rogal Dawn because he couldn't shoot anything else. The Kriegsmen here shot into the flayed ones, and they did a reactive move.
Yeah, 2 inches, which got me out of range of your melters.
Yeah, so
thankfully.
Whilst it meant that they could go all into the Overlord and wipe him, it did mean that that unit probably survived a lot better.
Yeah.
The Kriegsmen who are now gone then got off an 8-inch charge after a reroll.
Yes.
Ran into the flayed ones, killed none of them, and then were killed to the man back. If I'd gotten the melters onto them, killed 1, a Kriegsman probably would have survived, and I probably would have taken that objective or drawn with you.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be the deciding sort of factor of the game.
I'm going to get a CP, I'm going to insane bravery it, and then I'd score it.
You score it and you're going to be 5 points ahead, I think. So, it is the game, but obviously you've got shooting to do to gain XP.
Yeah, see if I can probably finally get your Rogal Dawn and just any stragglers left around the board.
But I do have, a Scout Sentinel on 2 wounds over here, just in the corner of the board, doing nothing, but it is safe probably.
Yep.
A 10-man unit of Krieg, which again is probably safe. A 5-man unit of Ratlings, which I hope is safe because they're cool. 3-man command squad, and then a very wounded Rogal Dawn. So you've got plenty of stuff to potentially kill. It's just whether you focus fire or not.
Yeah. All right, my turn 5, end of game.
That's it.
So the Tesseract Arc pushed forward, so it was on the objective, and it was now within range of your Catachan.
Who it killed.
Yeah, just straight up.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not surprising, really.
No. And then one Doomsday Arc, what's this Doomsday Arc? Shot into your Rogal Dawn, killed it. And
Big
then
time.
this one over here, just had nothing else to shoot at. Yeah. Flaydorn's tried to get the 6-inch charge off, got a 5. So
annoyingly, when you move them, I did Overwatch with the Dawn and managed to kill 3 out of 5.
Yeah.
And were very close to potentially wiping that unit, which would have been quite big, but I guess in the end it didn't change anything.
No, not really. But yeah, end of the game, I'm 5 points ahead.
That's it. And somehow Ratlings have survived to the very end.
Yes, they have, right in the centre of the board.
C2, 6-up save.
Yeah.
You can't kill them.
No.
Fantastic.
Well, good game.
Good game.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So, end of turn 5 and the end of the game, I won by 5 points, 20 victory points to 15.
Yep.
It was a very eventful game in that a lot died in quick succession within each individual turn.
Yes, I mean, turn 1, you did really well. You killed 4 Sentinels, one of them got a battle scar. Turn 2, I did pretty well pushback.
Yep.
And it slowly just sort of went downhill then. I killed your infantry, but I couldn't kill any of your tanks.
No, it's the 4-up invulns, it just wasn't in your favour.
I don't have any D6 damage, so unless I'm just hitting and wounding with nearly everything, I'm not killing you.
Yeah, and your Rogal Dawn, probably bad positioning, but it's a bad matchup when the gun itself just isn't up to scratch, it seems.
And again, when you've got 2 guns where either one in one shooting phase could probably kill it, I just had to be careful and keep it for its orders and keep it to occasionally pop out and do something. I think turn 3, I probably gave you enough targets that you went, there's a Taurox, there's Sentinels, there's a Chimera, there's 2 tanks where I needed to push out then, but just couldn't do it.
And just, you nearly got all of the infantry off the board for me, but again, it was just the 3 tanks were left on full wounds by the end of the game.
Couldn't touch them.
Which is unfortunate. But how many battle scars did you get at the end of the game?
I got 3. Same as last game, so I've got 1 on my Scout Sentinels, 1 on my Catachan Command Squad, and I believe 1 on my Dawn.
Yes.
Which is the real painful one, to the point where I'll probably spend a battle on or to sort of clear that, to keep it blank. I really don't want him being hindered in any way when he's such a core component of the army.
Yeah.
How many did you get?
I got 0, funnily enough.
Nice,
but genders, for the Territorial Imperative, I only got 1. And that wasn't for conquering because I had to do the action with the Flayrons to move the objective forward. So it was only killing your Catachan.
Yeah.
And then I reanimated 25 wounds before turn 5 came round. So I got 2 XP on the Warlord before he was removed off the table. And I've got 1 awakening point I've got to allocate in the reanimation system.
I think I really helped you with the regenning your points. If I just focused on units and not the tanks, you probably would have got a lot less, but I had to occasionally try to kill.
The flayed ones coming back, still being 2 models left by the end of the game. It's what Tom has found and Grant has found, they still somehow survive for some reason.
Yeah, I'm really gutted that I didn't kill them. For me, I think I did quite good on agendas. Kingslayer, I killed 3 characters, so that's 3 XP each. The Rogal Dawn killed 2 units whilst under orders, that's an extra 2, so I mean he's on 5 XP alone. And then I think for my Mark for Greatness unit, the Ratlings getting to turn 5 with full wounds, holding the objective at the end for me, killing a character, wounding another character. They just did more than anyone else, and for what is usually a unit that dies probably second turn, I think they deserve free free experience points.
For me, I put it on my Doomsdark, the one I've used since the first game. He got the most kills, he got 2, and he just did a lot of damage in general. So it just makes sense for him to take the MVP and the Mark for Greatness.
Yeah, get a boost.
Yeah.
So I guess now the Necrons are in the Hive City, and at some point, hopefully, the Sisters or the Legion of the Damned, or potentially the Guard, if they can come back, can push you out or venture out and attack you, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not looking good for the Imperium at the moment.
No, not at all.
No.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Hi Wargamerists! Welcome to the Wargamers YouTube channel where we're gonna wargame your socks off!